Come on again, radio check, radio check. Yep. So we're out at Queensland Raceway, day one of our Queensland Endurance Championship weekend over here. It is the 12th of April and we're on practice day. So what we're doing today is we've got ourselves all set up. We've got the trailer, all the tools and the fuel and everything is in there. The car's ready. So we're about to jump in the car to go and test it out. Trent suited up over there. We got Craig helping him out and Anthony is helping us today. So they're the OG crew today. Inside the trailer we've got obviously our driver's kits over there. We've got all of our fueling apparel and fuel tank. We've got our tools, jack and extra tools over there. And we've got the door, and straight outside we've got a table which has got all the communication equipment. Trent getting ready over there, and then the race car. So this weekend we are the underdog again because Queensland Raceway is not very friendly to underpowered cars. We were Division 4 last year. We think we're going to be faster this year by a bit. So ideally where you want to be is Division 2. Division 1 requires 2 pit stops, whereas Division 2 and down requires only 1. So ideally you should be in Division 2 to actually stand a chance of winning. So I've just come back from a quick test with the car on the track just to see how the oil temperature is going. Unfortunately it's still pretty high. So the sandwich plate hasn't fixed the issue that we wanted to fix. So we're more than likely going to change the oil for the rest of the weekend, go to a thinner oil. It is just getting too hot. We don't want to run 300 kilometers with it at 125 degrees. The car did a 125.2, so over a second faster than we've ever gone. Very happy with that. Car's balance feels good, a little bit understeery, but rotates very well under the brakes. So as far as I'm concerned, that works really well. Trent's going to jump in there now and test it out, see to make sure if it works for him. So we'll get him out on the track. Let's go.
As for the rest of them, it's like how do you ever have a black side?
Trina, say hello.
Hello.
Hi. It's Jerry in the car at the moment, so give him some. Copy. Okay, so we got Trent on the track again. His goal in this particular session is just to get into a good rhythm with the car and see if there's any changes we need, because afterwards it's just going to be me doing some fuel economy testing. We're going to work out how many liters it uses per lap, and then we'll get the car up and get all the bits off that we need to get off. What we're aiming for is 25.5s as a regular lap time. 125 flat.
Yeah.
So tomorrow morning it's oil change, innoves, brake pads, scrutineer. Yeah. Alright boys, so you're also going to speak to Mike to organise the stickers?
Yes, I messaged him. He's hoping to get them today.
The biggest concern we have is the brake pads, seeing if they're going to last. Maybe swap them around, but also go over to Brakes Direct now and see if they haven't got a set of pads ready to go for this caliper.
How are they?
Oh, the front ones are endless. I don't know what these are. These are whatever came with them.
Still working, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got a bias?
No, they it's all electronically controlled.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we have absolutely no control over the brake bias at all, apart from even changing the caliper
Is it
size
like active, like it changes
all the
bias?
time. Yeah.
Are you serious? That's pretty cool.
It's cool, but it's also frustrating because it's not predictable. It changes all the time.
Yeah, so brake feels a bit sketchy.
It always feels different when you go into a corner.
Yeah.
So it's not ideal.
Much confidence, yeah.
No. It's like what, 5 mil?
Yeah, it's about 5 mil.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. I believe the guy was saying Ferrotas, but that's not a Ferrota, it's an XS pad. I'll just go past Brakes Direct. Ooh. Day 2 at Queensland Raceway. So today is practice and qualifying. We're here really early in the morning because I need to get the brake pads back in over there, so I'm on that now. Anthony's just jumping underneath the car now and he's about to drop the oil so we can run a thinner oil there today, test that out. We got Craig running around doing some tires. Our race day tires have arrived, brand new set of Nankang AR1s. Absolutely love these tires. They've proved to do so well for us time and time again. And then get Trent out, I think, first up for practice to get used to a full tank in the car. Then I'll go out and practice too and do faster laps, and then whoever's fastest out of yesterday and today will do qualifying. Day 2 is nice and easy. Just make sure the car's running right. We've done our fuel economy testing. Everything's good there. We're actually hoping to drop into the 24s today. That'd be good.
Stickers.
But you got stickers. Holy crap! How many stickers you got in there?
You get a lot of sponsors, mate. You're very popular.
Big thanks goes to Gulf Oil as well. Despite the fact that the oil that we're running in there is too thick and getting too hot, they've supplied us with a thinner oil, and we're going to chuck that in and see how that goes. I think that the oil that they gave us was more designed for the EJ, which is not such a tight tolerance engine like the FA20 is in the 86. Let's do it. Driver briefing over. Trent's just getting suited up now and we'll get the car out onto track.
Hey, guys.
How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, right.
Yeah?
Yep.
So his main goal is just to get used to the car with a bit of fuel in it at the moment, and basically just set a couple of consistent times. I think he's going to try and push to beat the 25 that we set yesterday, which would be good. We have got a bit more practice sessions today than we were supposed to have, so we're not in a rush anyway. All the pit crews here today, so we're going to be doing a lot of field practice.
Seat full. This is twisted, dude. I don't know what's going on with this belt. It's not right.
There we go.
It's taut. That was the slowest ever.
Just remember to enjoy yourself, bro.
Yeah, dude. Love to see it.
So we're in the race car now, and Trent's going to head out for his first practice session.
Radio check.
Doing some radio checks as well.
Here you go. Big shit.
The blue BMW over there, that's the one to watch this weekend. And then the Commodore, which, yeah, I think it's going to be way faster than us, that thing over there. Alright man, have fun. So the idea is just to get used to the balance of the car as it is now.
Yep.
Get your consistency, but if you want to go for a fast lap, this is probably the session to do it, huh?
Yeah, see how we go.
Alright mate. So practice one is looking good so far. Trent set a 25.4, so he's up to pace again. At the moment we're second fastest on the track. Someone is in front of us and they've broken into Division 1, so they have to do two pit stops. He should have actually kept it above the 20, but he just broke past that. But we're still Division 4 at the moment at 25.4. The closest car to us is at 28. Right? So keep on concentrating on your drive. So yeah, at the moment he's up and down with his lap times. I know he's testing limits. Andrew Knight's just gone to 27.2. So we'll keep an eye on the times for the rest of the day and see how things stack together. But at the moment, second fastest on the grid. Not bad going. Not bad going. For the data overlay, if you go compare it to my 25.2. Actually, turn 1 up, turn 2 up.
So the race hasn't started yet and Dylan's already pulling out his book of excuses.
I'm faster, I don't need excuses. But he's consistent this weekend. I asked him for 25.5s and he gave me 3 in a row.
2 tenths is a good lap. Straight up.
But then your midsection on that lap was a shit load faster than the rest of them.
Yeah, it's 3 tenths.
Yeah.
That's very
That's huge.
And then final sector, 3 tenths.
Dylan shuffles Cothill. Don't finish. Driver 1 at the moment until something changes. Trent 10 and 2 laves. Bring it home. Bring it home, that's your roll. Craig the Smurf laves. Open the boots. Open ball valve. Fuel nozzle poker. And control speed. Yep. Paul, Mr. Fabulous Money. His fire blanket over the wheel. Open fuel cap. Take your time with that. Remember how sensitive that thing is to getting messed up? And you're an assist backup pumper. So while he's pumping, you're just going to hang around him. You're not actually going to do anything unless something, for whatever reason, happens to him, then you take off. Your job at the end of it is to shut the door valve and close the boot. Kessler the Molester Ward.
That's me!
Dedicated, refueling, fire warded. And media man. At least you're doing one of your jobs so far.
Haven't seen you drive yet.
Ah, here we go. Anthony Tetris Master Rochester. Earthing cable. That needs to be connected to a pole. One of the bolts. And it needs to go onto the exhaust tip. And fuel pumper. Watch Craig for pumping speed. Very important to follow exactly what Craig is saying when he's watching there, because he's got visual and it happens very quick if it comes in too fast. Yeah? And then we need you to change the water bottle while we're changing drivers. Remember, we can't do anything on the car until that cap is closed. Yep. And then Kaylin is going to be car controller timekeeper. I'll have a chat to you tomorrow about what her role is. Okay, so everyone happy with their roles then? Is that everything covered? Just remember we're not in a rush, eh? With the new fueling rig, it's fast. And the last time we did it at Lakeside, even though we used less fuel, we were well within 5 minutes. Yeah?
Wait a bit.
So I'm gonna get changed so long to get ready to go out for practice because we're up after these guys. Anything else that we need to touch on, we'll do during lunch. And then practice 3, we're gonna practice everything but physically putting the fuel in.
We'll need to check the front left, there's a strange sound under braking. Got a lot of chasing cars. 24-6 for you, buddy. Top job, mate, top job. My bad.
Brake pad's down on the hat.
Take the caliper off, and if we have to, we can grind away at it as well. And then we'll need to check the other side, the metal part of the pad, the back of it.
That's what your noise is.
Alright, so just came out of the second practice where I drove. We were doing consistent low 25s, and then a Commodore got in front of me, which is the one running in Division 1, and I decided to chase and got it down to a 24.6. So clearly I like chasing. Cool. So we're gonna change tires around as well. This one's being used pretty well. As you can see, it's getting down low over there, which we expect. It always happens. One of the biggest issues we're having though with that noise is that the pad is fouling on the hat and building up metal. So we're going to take those out and we're going to grind them back. And just small little issues here and there getting sorted out. Getting out the grinder to sort out the brakes for you, sir.
Thank you.
So the next practice, what we're going to do is it's mostly going to be a couple of laps, practice the pit change, practice the refuel, and then yeah, back out on the track, couple of laps, pull it in, park it, and get ready for qualifying so we can see what time we can set. We'll get the car done and lunch, and then we'll head out for practice number 3.
pads you're putting now,
Yeah.
do they need any sort of bedding?
Maybe just do like a slow lap.
I'll do a couple of warm up laps. Yeah.
Just
The
don't go
brakes.
too hot.
No. I actually don't mind the track.
No,
Yeah, that doesn't really make a difference.
It's a fun way of determining.
I like it a lot.
I mean, like, a couple of pumps and clear the line sounds like a good Friday night to me.
So you had sex 3 times last night.
Hey!
2, 3. I love how you made sure that you're not on camera there.
No one wants to see my head.
Well, apparently, no. Because no one's watching the other video.
Seen my sexy car passes.
Turn them on and they go.
Spark plugs.
But seriously, have you changed?
It's after lunch. I'm full. Shouldn't be driving afterwards, but anyway. What we've got is everybody suited up, ready to go, and we are going to simulate our first pit stop of the weekend. We like to do this just to make sure that when it comes to the race, we don't need to think about it. All of our refueling gear over here, which includes the fuel tank, the pump, the earthing cable, fire blanket, and fire extinguisher as well.
Side belt. Radio gear. Yep. Yeah, happy to check. Good. This is straight. Straight? Yep. Straight. One, two. Radio good.
We're going to go racing now. We're going to go set the fastest lap time. So we're heading out.
Sound like train every time we go go-karting.
Trent's like, I had a shit caught. I was only slower than you because I'm fatter than you. So we're gonna head out onto the track now. Car's all good already. We've got brakes and everything done. We're gonna go out onto the track now and do the first qualifying for the weekend. We've been here for quite a while, so it feels kind of weird only qualifying now. Our goal is about a mid-25 because what matters to us is actually the top 10 shootout, not necessarily this. We know we're gonna be in the top 10 regardless. So the idea is just get up to second or third position, probably just third position depending on who's in the E30. So we're gonna head out now, get a mid-25 I reckon, and then call it quits. We'll check tire pressures. We're actually gonna play with the dampening setting. We're gonna soften up the rear just one click just to see if we can get it to settle a little bit more. It's getting a little bit tail happy as the fuel goes down. See how fast we go. We'll see you on the track.
Start your engines and move out, move out. You have 20 minutes qualifying on the national circuit.
Alrighty, let's see what we can do. I'm on a good lap, so I'll finish this and then come in for 1 click. Okay, mate. Alright. We're here waiting. That was a 25.3, mate. Good lap, good lap. Just bring her in, man. Just park the car, clean her up, and get a beer into us.
Day 2 done. Successful day. Yeah.
Did well.
So we just finished qualifying. Came out of the track with a 25.3. Not our fastest time, but enough to put us where we needed, because tomorrow is the top 10 shootout and that's where it matters. So we're definitely the top 10. We're in P3 at the moment. Tomorrow Trent's going to jump in the car and do a 1 lap wonder because he's better at it than I am. So yeah, so we'll see what he gets. At the end of the day, we still think it'll probably be with P3 again. And then all it is just keep consistent, do everything right, you know, pit stop right, make sure the car is all looked after, ready to go. And
Car does it easy, so it's just going to be cruising, eh?
yeah,
Drive it 90%,
Yeah.
we'll do it all day.
86 is definitely the right car for the job, so looking forward to seeing what we can achieve tomorrow. Yeah, warm up, top 10 shootout, and then 300 kilometers of racing. We'll see you there. Day 3, final day. It is race day and we're quickly getting the car done. So got Anthony checking out the rear pads to make sure they're good. Once he's checked them out and we're happy with them, then we'll just leave them as is for the rest of the day. The fronts are going to be left alone and for the warm up as well as the top 10 shootout, and we'll change those back over to the endless pads for the actual race itself. As you can see, everybody's nice and busy in the car. We're changing batteries, making sure everything's ready, and then Kess is just standing around just looking, you know.
Supervising and reminding you to change the spark plugs.
Apparently I need to change spark plugs. Wait, where's the spark plug? So a wise man once told me that we need to change spark plugs every race. So I've got spare spark plugs. I need to get in there, put Okay, so back to the seriousness that is the actual race. So today Trent is going to do a warm-up, just a couple of laps, make sure everything's right with the car, and then he's got the top 10 shootout before lunch. The top 10 shootout, the way it works is we do a quick warm-up lap and then one flyer, and that's it. And that determines our top 10 position. After the top 10 shootout, we'll change the front pads, make sure they're ready to go, and then we got 300 kilometers of racing. I'll be starting as the opening driver, do about 47 laps, bring it in, we'll fuel, change drivers, check the car over, check the pressures, and then Trent will go out for the remainder of the 40 odd laps that are left, and that should take us till pretty much late afternoon. Hopefully we'll be on the podium somewhere, that'd be good. Andrew Knight and Warwick Douglas is our closest competition. They are a second faster than us with Andrew Knight driving, but with Warwick Douglas driving, he's a bit slower than us, so what it actually ends up doing is over the race, depending on how many laps Andrew Knight does, you know, we might end up being very close to them towards the end of the race. So quite excited to see what comes of that. My job in the morning, I'm assuming Warwick Douglas is going to drive first for them, so my job is to get as much of a gap on him as possible and stay away from him, and then Trent's job will be to just keep Andrew Knight behind him as much as possible. The only way we would ever get close to first place is if they have any mechanical issues or have to pit more than the twice. We've done the math, pretty much impossible. Looking at the equipment and stuff that they've got as well, I don't think we stand a big chance of getting first place. We'll finish up everything we need to do on the car and then we'll get out on the warm-up. We'll see you on the track.
Don't rush it. You basically, there's a moment where you want to coast, basically, you go to fourth. You don't want to be braking hard, and you're braking while shifting. It's almost too much braking.
I'm braking while shifting.
Just then it felt like too much braking.
You know that moment that you're on the brakes, for that short moment? During that short moment, I quick heel toe to fourth.
Okay.
And then I go. And it works.
You can't just walk off so much speed so quickly.
Notice the attention to detail, that's why he's a pit crew.
Looks like an Aboriginal dot paint.
Yeah, the rub the grease in there as well, eh?
Is that how you lube other things?
Grease is just gonna get rubbed right in.
What? You mean the competitor? Yeah.
Oh, like, where's his hidden turbo?
Yeah. Where's the NOS? Is he running slicks?
Why has he got brake lights for headlights?
I like it. Top 10 shootout done. Trent did the job, got us a 25 flat, which is a perfect banker. We're in third place as we expected to be. Andrew Knight set a blistering 23.3, so if he keeps that up, we're in for a really tough time. All we're going to do now is replace the pads with the Endless Enduro pads, and then we are going to fix a little bit of an exhaust leak, put the pad in, have lunch quickly, and then we'll jump in the car and start our 300-kilometer journey.
much as the guard, it might distort it. Yeah, possibly. So keep to the right of the truck. Or not. Yeah, no.
More cars.
Someone needs to tell them what side you need to be on. You just keep doing what you're doing, mate. It'll be what it'll be, and we'll discuss that later, I think. Well, at least the Commodore's out, and I'm happy about that. Yeah, mate, looking for a solid P2 here. We can manage the rest of it. The third place is McLean, which you are coming up to. Yeah.
Drivers, just be aware of service vehicles on the track.
That's a beauty. And if we can come away with the second year, we can think so. Alright, so pretty much get ready to go on the straight, yeah? Yeah, mate, as soon as you get onto the straight, just make
Someone want to get on radio check? Radio check? Yep. Radio check, please.
Can you hear me? Yeah, good. Yeah, Trent, can you give me a radio check, please?
How much fire?
Traction control. I'll talk to you in the rest.
There you go, Trent, you copy? Yeah, I'm good. Take a deep breath. Watch your speed, watch your speed, watch your speed. When you get a chance, please confirm the comms. Copy, mate. Yeah, beautiful. Make sure your traction control turned off. And we're good for pit time. Master confirmed. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Unfortunately, we had big issues with the traction control. It kept on turning on out of exit 1 and 2. So I had to find a way to get around it to turn it off every damn time. So we were fast through turn 1 and 2, so to be cut off by traction control through those corners has really hurt us. But we managed to keep it going. We kept it on the 25s, which I'm mostly happy about.
Oh, excellent. So that's
By the time they went into pits, I just passed them because I managed to get the traction control working a bit better. No, it's not coming back on. And then, yeah, so I'd imagine they'd probably be in front of us now, and 90's in the car now, so it's not going to be an easy one to the end of the race, that's for sure. I think he's there, over there.
well. If you're on the same lap, then well, you've
Yeah, we might even be on the same lap.
Or we'll see. Well, you'll have to get from somewhere other than myself. Okay, you're on the same lap,
Awesome.
so you're leading then.
For now. Sorry mate, I was off comms there. He said during that period. FYI. So a bit of an update, we have got 13 laps remaining. Trent is in the lead. Unfortunately, Douglas and Knight are out. They had a throttle fly-by-wire issue where it wasn't opening the throttle basically, so they got stuck. The Commodore's had major issues all day and he's 20 something laps behind, so we don't have anything to worry about. A couple of issues with our car. We've got traction control constantly turning itself on through turn 1 and turn 2, and now we've lost our clutch. So we're just going to finish the race in 4th gear and hope that McLennan and McLean don't catch up to us. At the moment we're doing regular 28 laps, high 27s, low 28s in 4th gear, which is around the pace of McLennan and McLean. So, and we are 1.8 laps ahead of them. So as long as we keep that up, we'll make it to the end of the race in 1st place. So it's worked out in our favour today, and we've got 12 laps left. So hopefully the car holds together for the rest of the race. Pit stop was on point. We finished with fueling with about a minute left, yeah. And then that beautiful woman over there sorted it out for us. Hey, Caleb. Say hi. Yeah, and just finished the race now. There we go. that's it. We somehow took away the win. The car's made it back in one piece, clutchless, traction control permanently on, and a win. The man who brought it home. Trey Lavis, well done, bro.
Cheers, mate.
How did it go for you? Talk us through that last little bit, dude.
It was pretty easy. Just I didn't have to do any gear changes. That's always a win.
Yeah.
So my left leg got a bit of a rest, but actually my left leg started cramping because I wasn't using the clutch. So,
should have got onto some left foot braking there, bro.
oh man, I needed some work. I'm shaky a bit at the moment. But that was hard work, man. That was hard work.
We did it though, and traction control.
For 20 traction control coming on and off, 4th gear all day.
We were blessed a little bit though with a few failures through the field, but
We failed, but we survived.
we survived. That's what it's about in endurance racing, it's just surviving.
Man,
What a job, man.
cheers, brother.
This was about